So moving forward, transaction volumes, all these different metrics, the fact that Electroneum has been listed on the top 10 as far as basically Alexa, and all these different things are going to be very important variables in terms of metrics as we move forward and we see Electroneum making its really reputation known on the global stage. So I think that moving forward, Electroneum is going to be positioning itself further as the quintessential attractive cryptocurrency for mobile carriers. So when it comes to analyzing these different cryptocurrencies, it's always important to look at the team, and basically I think looking at the team gives us a good indication of where these technologies are going to be going in the future. So Chris Gorman, now a little bit of history between this Chris Gorman fellow. Well, he's actually an individual who's made his name pretty substantially in the mobile phones industry. Actually, fun fact about Chris Gorman, he was actually a pioneer in the basically the marketing of cell phones when they would give cell phones away for free to customers, and they do that all the time now. You see this happening. Every single phone company has basically developed that model that sort of that Chris Gorman pioneered. So here's an individual who definitely understands how technology trends basically develop, where the public consciousness has these vulnerability points that are essentially able to be leveraged, and one of them I think was really exemplified by the experience that Chris Gorman and the reputation that he's developed in this space, very highly regarded individual in that sense. So when we see him working behind Electroneum, behind the scenes, and essentially when we look at the fact that Electroneum is positioning itself to be the cryptocurrency of the mobile era, simply because there's little to no competition that's actually living up to basically the standards that Electroneum is showing us. So basically, as we move forward and we see these different developments and we see the continued mass adoption of cryptocurrency, I would argue that the smartphone integration with the intangible cryptocurrency sort of methodology of doing things, it's definitely right around the corner. How often do you actually see people paying with cash? I wish people would pay with cash a little bit more often, because it's going to be pretty annoying when the grocery stores all around the world stop accepting cash. And you know, that trend has slowly and steadily been developing, you know, with credit cards and all these different things. Digital payment systems are the way of the future. Now, when we talk about the fact that people are suddenly starting to integrate their smart technology into these transactions, it's a huge conversation in terms of data. It's a huge conversation in terms of the way that the consumer market and this sort of mobile approach to the future of the smart economy and all these different things are overlapping at key fundamental points. Now, I would argue that Electroneum has a very, very strong chance moving ahead when we look at the fact that you know, the situation that's happened with all the various different app stores and all the various different issues that we've run into along the line regarding the safety protocols of the competitor mobile mining cryptocurrencies. With basically, I think one of the fundamental things that Electroneum has going for it is the fact that they've implemented all these various different safety protocol, because people want to use their cell phones to you know, their smartphones to mine cryptocurrency, but they don't want to lose their cell phone in the process. It's sort of not worth the amount of money you make from mining to have your phone burn out and stop working, or even worse, you know, basically we've heard all these different instances of various different mobile miners basically having these different I mean, you could look it up, but it's definitely interesting to see how Electroneum keeps this in mind, because I think safety is definitely going to be the determining factor here, in particular when we talk about the international global stage, and the fact that we should be seeing people all around the world leveraging these different opportunities, hopefully for the better. So Iran completes development of basically rail supported national cryptocurrency. Millennials are sticking with cryptocurrency. Uzbekistan president orders mandates and Center of Resolve Crypto Disputes. So I think that you know, on the news we're always seeing the establishment making these various different steps forward, and I think that it makes sense that blockchain has a place in very substantial, to a very high degree. We could be seeing blockchain coming to the forefront a lot faster than people even give it credit for, especially with you know, things like these. The Digibyte, of course, price stabilizing. I mean, this is sort of an old article now, but it is interesting. I mean, the value of it has basically been moving sideways, much like a lot of the other you know, cryptos have been. But I think that you know, cryptos, as far as Electroneum, definitely something that I'm keeping an eye on. Another crypto that I'm going to be keeping an eye on in this next couple of months is going to be Ethereum. I mean, I'm always paying attention to every cryptocurrency across the board, but I think that in particular, these developments that we've been seeing are really flexing the muscles that Electroneum has had really in the background, developing for quite some time. And of course, I saw this very interesting tweet right here, a Bitcoin ATM right in a gas station, which is the virus is spreading. That, you know, it definitely is. You know, in this tweet right here, check out this awesome video from MS System 9 and Jeff King, you know, transferring you know, 3.4 million ETN transferred in under 2 seconds. I mean, this is unprecedented stuff right here. The fact that cryptocurrency makes these things possible, I marvel at it every single day. You know, testing Electroneum, ETN, Apple iOS app beta, and moving millions in ETN, and of course Electroneum doing these various different giveaways, you know, in keeping with that sort of you know, interesting trend of trying to hook people in by giving things away for free. You know, it does work. It is a tried, tested, and true marketing campaign, so it will be interesting to see how Electroneum brings that development forward. But all that being said, I'm actually going to be including a link to this video by Sean Davis. You know, this is a really awesome YouTuber right here. He does a lot of interesting commentary. I've already watched this video. It's a 25-minute video, but he does a really interesting job talking about basically Electroneum and you know, this individual who's basically, I mean, just Chris Gorman, celebrity who we should be seeing really making a name for you know, furthering his own reputation, but of course bringing Electroneum along for the ride. So I'm definitely excited. So yeah, link to this video will be down provided in the description. I think this guy has a really interesting voice, perspective, and opinion when it comes to crypto, and it's always important to share different people's opinions about these different things. And of course, remember, you know, this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. You know, obviously this video is just my opinion. Obviously this isn't advice or anything like that. I'm not your dad, but at the end of the day, I'll definitely say this. You know, my opinion on Electroneum is fundamentally positive. I mean, obviously I try to keep my own opinion out of the videos, just try to focus these things down to the facts. But Chris Gorman, I'm definitely a big fan of his. You know, at it again with another great article describing his vast experience in the hashtag mobile industry and how it applies you know, to Electroneum and various different things. And I think that really nothing can substitute for experience. Nothing can substitute for reputation, accomplishment, and know-how. And I think having Chris Gorman in the basically working alongside this technology technology is really going to be making a huge substantial difference, especially when Electroneum is going to be faring up pretty nicely to the reputation and the competition of the various different cryptos that are at hand. So it's also interesting, this tweet right here, where I'm sure you've already seen it. We're already 1 year old, and what a fantastic year it's been. We're taking a look back at all the amazing things that have been happening our first year. So the ETN milestone moments, 45,000 applications in 72 hours from January 11th, 2018. So it's definitely interesting. I'm very much excited to be seeing where Electroneum is going to be taking us in the near future. Certainly a very exciting cryptocurrency to see developing all the way across the board. So all that being said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this content. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, or don't. I don't personally care. I mean, but I do care. If you're a fan, I love you. If you would rather not, I mean, happy to provide you with a link to a video that you could watch on the side. So the Sean Davis video, link will be in the description, like I said. And all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.